हरि ओम गंगणपतये नमः। ओम ऐं सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम गुं गुरुभ्यो नमः। अथ तैत्तरीय उपनिषद ब्रह्मानंदवल्ली। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Om, may He protect us, both teacher and pupil. May He cause us both to enjoy the bliss of mukti. May we both exert to find out the true meaning of the scriptures. May our studies be fruitful. May we never quarrel with each other. Om, peace, peace, peace. First Anuvaka. Om Brahmavidapnoti param tadeshabhyuktam satyam jnanamanantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyuman sushnute sarvan kaman sah brahmana विपश्चिदेति तस्मात् आत्मन आकाशः सम्भूतः आकाशात् वायुः वायुरग्निः अग्निरापः अद्यः पृथिवी पृथिव्या औषधयः औषधीभ्योर्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः सवाये स पुरुषोर्नरसमयः तस्येदमेव शिरः अयम् दक्षिणः पक्षः अयमुत्तरः पक्षः अयमात्मा इदम् पुच्छम् प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति। ओम। The knower of Brahman attains the supreme, the highest. In reference to that is the following hymn recited: Brahman is truth, knowledge and infinity. He who knows it as existing, hidden in the heart, the transcendent Akasa, otherwise known as Parama Akasa, realizes all these desires along with the omniscient Brahman. So, from this Atman is Akasa or ether born. From Akasa, the Vayu or air. From the air, fire. From fire, water. From water, earth. From earth, the herbs, plants and vegetables. From herbs, food. From food, man. Thus, man is made of the essence of food. This is his head. This is the right hand wing. This is the left hand wing. This is his body or trunk. This is the tail and support. About this also is the following verse. Meditation, the subject of Sanghita, which is not incompatible with the karma, that is, which is not in opposition to works, was first taught in the first valley. Then was taught the contemplation or knowledge of the conditioned Atman through the Vyakritis, which results in the attainment of independent sovereignty, Swarajya. But these alone cannot bring about a total annihilation or destruction of ignorance, which is the seed of samsara or worldly existence. Brahma Vidya, the science of the self, is the specific theme of this section. The knowledge of the unconditioned Brahman only can completely destroy ignorance, which is the seed of all miseries. Therefore, the knowledge of the unconditioned or higher transcendental Brahman, which can destroy the root of worldly existence, is begun now in this second Vali. The knower of Brahman attains the supreme, the highest. He reaches the highest. This is a brief statement of the meaning of the whole Vali. This Vali contains the essence of the whole Upanishad. Emancipation by knowledge of Brahman is the essential teaching of the whole Upanishad. The Shruti speaks of the bearing and the purpose of the Brahma Vidya to begin with, because one can listen to the teaching, grasp it, hold it in the mind and attempt in the right earnest to attain self-realization only if he knows the bearing and the purpose of the Brahma Vidya. Just as a mother induces her child to drink a medicinal mixture by saying that thereby she will have a very good complexion, so also the Shruti induces one who is yet a child in the spiritual line to strive for self-realization by stating the fruits of knowledge. We can induce anyone to do an action only by stating the end to be attained. The Shruti begins with the words, the knower of Brahman attains the supreme. In order to allure man to the proper course of action, the aspirant is attracted by the fruits mentioned in the Shruti. He starts hearing of Shrutis, reflection and meditation thereon, which are the process of attaining knowledge. Self-realization is not mere understanding of Brahman through the study of books on Vedanta and the Upanishads. It's not merely intellectual grasp of Brahman. It is direct cognition, that is Atma Sakshatkar, through constant and intense meditation. The purpose of this knowledge of Brahman is the distraction of the ignorance and consequently the total cessation of samsara or worldly existence. Brahman is your own very self or the soul. It can't be an object of knowledge. It is always the witnessing subject. To know Brahman is to become identical with the absolute consciousness through meditation and nirvikalpa samadhi. The result of knowledge begins with hearing the Shrutis, that is Sravana. The Shrutis say Atman ought to be heard, thought over and meditated upon. There is none greater than Brahman. So Brahman is known as Parama, or the highest. It will be said later on, the knower of Brahman fears nothing. He is not affected by virtue or vice. From this it is quite clear that there is total cessation of samsara or worldly existence if one attains the knowledge of Brahman. It may be argued that Brahman is present in all. He is omniscient and omnipresent. He is the Atman of all, so he is not one to be reached. We generally speak of one thing being reached by another thing. one limited object by another limited object, as Brahman is limitless, as he is the Atman, the self of all. It is not proper to speak of his attainment as if he were limited and distinct from one's own self. Attainment is always associated with duality, with limitations of time, space, etc. How can then attainment be predicted of Brahman, who is beyond all sorts of limitations? There is no fault, there is no inconsistency here. How? Gurudev answers, because the attainment or non-attainment of Brahman depends on perception or non-perception as Brahman. The Jiva, the individual soul, is really one with Brahman. He is the essence identical with Brahman, but he identifies himself on account of ignorance with the physical and the other bodies which are finite and external to the Atman, and which are formed of material elements and becomes engrossed in them. Hari Om.